What's up, everyone? We are officially done with the mighty Bowser from Lego. Let's see how we got here, and then we'll dive into a deep, full review. We started with 22 numbered bags and one unnumbered bag, creating an easy-to-build environment that allows for great pacing and easy stopping points. Starting with Bowser's base and then moving on to constructing Bowser himself, through our 4-part series, you can watch the individual steps that got us to where we are now with the finished product. I took my time enjoying this build and broke it into 4 days. The overall build is not just easy and relaxing, but extremely satisfying. The final product has very sleek edges and very clean, and I highly recommend it. So here's the final product of Bowser standing on his base plate. Overall, I thought this build was absolutely amazing. It has become one of my favorite Lego pieces that I have built. And that includes with all the modulars that I've done, the mocks, the Lion Knight's castle, the tree house, A-frame cabin, the Home Alone set. This one is honestly one of the coolest builds I've ever done, at least done to this date. So many cool features. You have the option to move Bowser's head back and forth, including up and down, and make him talk, or you can shoot out the fire. Very cool features. His arms move with ease, but they don't just fall around. They go up and down, in and out. You even have elbow joints that are able to be moved. He has wrist joints, and his fingers even move. Now, I've seen some people even construct it to the point where they can have Bowser holding things, and I thought that's very cool. Again, mouth can open up. You can see his teeth right there. You know, his eyes move, his eyebrows move. I do wish there was a feature, and maybe I'm missing it. So if I am, please comment below to make his eyes move individually, or, you know, kind of like his head and his mouth move with parts that are constructed within the overall build. But again, this build is simply amazing. It's so sleek and satisfying. You have all the outside parts that are smooth. There's not a ton of the studs showing, which I thought was so cool. Very creative how they built this. Very creative how they came up with this idea. And again, this thing is bulky. It's held together greatly. And I just think it has a ton of features as well as a great display piece, which is probably what I'm going to use it for. Currently, my kids walked in on my office after I was finished building it, and they fell in love with it. They call it the dinosaur, and they're just absolutely amazed by it. They love the play features, and they love the way it looks. And I got to tell you, I could not be more satisfied. Originally, I was not too high on this build. I didn't even think I wanted to buy it. But as time rolled on and I saw people building it and I saw some of the cool features and the way that it looked, I had to get it. And I couldn't be more happy about this. It was a birthday gift from my family, my wife and my kids. And it was absolutely one of my favorite builds. Just to give you a little bit more, you know, you have the Bowser dog chain around his biceps and his wrists on both sides. You have it underneath his neck, and it even moves a little bit. Very cool. Absolutely love that. Let's see. If I turn it around, you have his back, which his shell is super sleek, super cool. Love the spikes on it. Love the overall look. Love the shell. I love that it has it almost comes like handles, so that way you can use your fingers to push the interior lever to make his head move back and forth, and it also gives you the option to turn the lever to make his head move up and down and talk and ultimately fire that missile. Super cool. Love the details. And I got to tell you, this also, you have his awesome looking tail, and again, super sleek, super clean look. The way that they designed this and the way that they put the finished product together, where again, not too many studs are showing. Again, the way they designed this, where the studs aren't really showing, it's super sleek and super smooth. Love that. Absolutely crazy about the colors. I think it's so great. Love the yellow, which I'm usually not a huge yellow fan. Absolutely love the greens. My favorite color is green, so I love how much green there is in this. And, you know, just the overall look, absolutely fantastic. Can't say enough about this build. I'm extremely high on it. Just because I'm extremely high on it, that does not mean that I don't have some issues with it. And one of the issues I have are these base plates with the fire stacks. They break off very easily. I will probably change that up in the very near future. And what I mean by that is by adding some more pieces so that way they hold much better, much more solid. But just to give you a look, it does not take a whole lot for me to break that off. There's a lot of open area on that and not a lot of room for it to hold on. But you'll notice if I attach it, it seems like it's holding sturdy, but a very slight hit will knock that off. That is my biggest issue with this. Let me get that back on. However, one of the things I really do love as well is if I move Bowser himself, the base plate is beautifully designed, beautifully constructed. I love the detail. I love Mario, so this is kind of a, not necessarily a biased review, but I don't know anybody who doesn't love Mario. You have the cool throwback POW underneath the left side pillar. But again, I really wish there was more connection between the pillar and the base. And I don't know, maybe I didn't do it right. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't have any extra pieces left over, so I imagine it's connected well, but I'm not a big fan of that part, and I wish they would have took into account that a little bit more. But me personally, I will take that into account and add some more pieces to it. Love the fire. It's big fire. It's different from your normal fire. You know, I love the banner, and just, again, I really can't say enough. You can get a look at his belly. Can't say enough about how amazing this build was. I highly recommend it if you haven't, and if you're thinking about it, I highly, highly recommend you do it. You will not regret it. This is not a paid advertisement for Lego, but for me, as somebody in their mid-30s, I grew up on Mario, loved playing it on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, playing Mario, Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart, Mario Party. You know, growing up on Mario, this is the only Mario set that I've seen where I really thought it was worth the bang for the buck. So my final opinion on this is going to be this is one of my favorite Lego builds. I already got a place for it picked out. As you can see behind Bowser in my work area, the Lego city, that is not where Bowser will be living. Let me just put his fireball back in. Yeah, so Bowser will not be living here. In fact, we may want to go ahead and attempt to move him now. So I'm going to take his base plate over here on my desk. He's going to sit right behind my Mac. And I move some of my stuff. You can see that's where he'll live. And we can go ahead and grab Bowser himself and move him into his regular resting point. So that's what it'll look like. That's what Bowser looks like on his base. I can probably move it a little bit and center him up, but Bowser's going to help me with my day-to-day work, watching over me, making sure I stay accountable, making sure I continue with my videos as well and my builds. So that is what I feel about Bowser. Again, I can't say enough about how great that build experience was. It was simple. The techniques of it aren't too difficult. I have dealt with very difficult techniques before. Bowser was not one of them. There are a few little hidden secrets in there that you may run into if you do ultimately buy this, but honestly, I don't think it's too much of a challenge for anybody, even if you're a beginner or if you have very limited experience building Lego. I think it is a set that you will absolutely love. You will not be mad about it. It's a great feature piece, display piece, as well as has some functionality to it so that way you can play with it. So those are my thoughts on Bowser. Thank you for watching. If you didn't see any of the other parts of the series, go ahead, I'll link them below, and you'll see them coming through this throughout the entire review. Go check those out. I show you piece by piece, bag by bag, basically, on how this is constructed. Got a lot of great feedback from that so far, but for now, that was a great break from building the mock city, but we got a lot of cool things coming up with this, including the sanctum. This is going to be the next big build we do, so you're going to want to make sure to subscribe and turn on them notifications so that way you can follow us. But for now, that's going to be the end of Bowser. Moving forward, we're going to dive back into updates on the mock city and building the sanctum, as well as some other reviews such as the Home Alone house. I know a lot of you have commented saying you would love to see that, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching. Give this video a like, a comment. Let me know what you thought, what you think of Bowser, especially if you have it or if you're thinking about having it. Let me know if this video helped. And as always, stay creative. Thanks for watching.